Hey everyone, I'm Brian. Today on Write on Ink, I will be designing the quote 正義。
海賊が悪、海軍が正義。そんなものはいくらでも塗り替えられてきた。平和を知らねえガキどもと戦争を知らねえガキどもとの価値観は違う。頂点に立つ者が善悪を塗り替える。今この場所こそ中立だ。正義は勝つ。そりゃそうだろう。勝者だけが正義だ。
From One Piece Marine. Technically it's a word, but since it is like printed everywhere inside the series at the back of the Marine's attire, so I will just call it a quote. The word 正義 can be read as 正義 in Chinese. It's actually the same words used both in Japanese and Chinese, and in dialect translates to justice in English. So as we know, in the state of the world right now, justice needs to be served whenever and wherever that it is needed. In Chinese, justice is formed from two individual words, which is 正 and 义. But before we go into the word breakdown, I will read from the Chinese dictionary the meaning of 正义. Okay, so 对政治、法律、道德等领域中的是非、善恶做出的肯定判断，作为道德与公正规范的主要人们的行为符合一定社会道理发展的根本利益，是判断人的行为是否符合正义的客观标准。This actually gives me a very good idea on how to give this word, like how to actually design this word so that it looks good. After reading the definition, okay, so it actually delves into like the majority goodness lah, the benefit for the majority and the benefit for humanity. Sorry, not majority, the benefit for humanity. If your actions are not for the benefit of humanity, then you need to be dealt with justice. That's what I got from the dictionary, the Chinese dictionary. In my opinion, yeah, this is just my opinion. The two words, I want to look at the breakdown of the words individually, like 正义. So let's look at 正. 正 is actually the meaning of 正 is straight, sturdy, and real. It is like the truth, okay, that cannot be changed. 正. And 义, on the other hand, the word means meaning. Okay, so in my context, what I believe justice is, okay, from the word build, I believe it is in every situation there is different meaning of justice behind the situation. Yeah, it must be for the goodness or the benefit of the majority human race, not destructive. In other words, justice means differently for different people, and it can bring the real truth to light. Hopefully that makes sense. That makes sense to me, but yeah. So as usual, I will do 2 iterations of this word, and let's do some research. Okay, so I've googled 正义, yeah, and there are these few there are quite a lot of people who wrote 正义 before lah. Okay, I don't like this iteration because the 正 As I said, zheng must be steady. So, but this zheng is already changed. Okay, whereas I like these two iterations quite good lah. Okay, because the zheng is still in good shape, and the yi, you can see it's very messy, like the world that we live in now. Although it is messy, but it still has meaning. Yeah, so I like this iteration quite well. So I will do one of this, and probably I will go for another one, which is more structured. Okay, not like the first one. Okay. Now for the best part, most favorite session, tearing papers. Yeah. I don't know whether this will work or not, because this is a rather small brush. My big brushes are not here. Not gonna lie, the first one is quite okay. Okay, I did not expect the effects to be this good by using this pen. This is actually a very small pen, like quite small, and it managed to pull this off. I'm amazed. Okay, but there's a few stuff that I want to point out here. So the first one that I mentioned, that this needs to be heavy, and I did not do it. This and the both of these weightage, they weigh the same. Okay, but this has not enough power in it, not sturdy enough. So in the next iteration, I will make this sturdier, and this one, it kind of start to fall at the right side. Okay, so this one, it's quite good. It's better than I expected, and I just want to make this lighter and this heavier. And here I want to keep it more like this feel here, like the feel. Yeah. So I want this feel more. Okay, the first one quite good. I like it. Okay, as for this one, it's worse than the first one because the first word I intend to use the too much ink to cover up thinness of my pen, of my brush. So I use too much ink. That's not a good sign. If you look closely, you can see like the edges are blotched. Yeah. So and here I made another mistake, is that here this is not proportionate. Since this one is so big, I did not make this bigger. Yeah, so this one, it looks like it has a big head but a small body. Yeah, so on to the next try. Hopefully I have learned something from here. Yeah, I definitely learned something from here. So next try. Okay, so this is by far, I think it's the better one. Okay, although I hesitated a little bit in the middle. Yeah, I did hesitate this part. So hesitant is actually not good when you're writing big words, because you need snap decisions. Yeah, you need to know what to do at which point. It is really crucial. But for this one, a little bit of hesitant, but it came out quite decent. I actually like this. Yeah, although I did have some doubts, but we will see later on the floor. Yeah, but overall this gives me quite a good vibe. Yeah. Hopefully, I think it's centered, right? Yeah, it's centered. So this is quite good. Okay. We'll go with the last iteration. Okay, so for the last one, this one is actually one of my first tries on Lee's shoe. Yeah, as I mentioned before, Lee, I'm not that good at this type of writing. So the results obviously is not as fantastic as the previous, but I can still accept it. Okay, but there are a few rules I have broken that, like, yeah, they are not uniform. That's the problem. They are not uniform. Yeah, so this one, honestly, it's worse than the previous three. Okay, so now let's go to the floor to rate. Yeah. Obviously, this is the one that I wrote just now. Although it looks okay, but it does not reach what I expected. It should be better. Yeah. So this is out, definitely out. But for this one, the first one, I do not really like it because the zheng does not have enough strength in it. Yeah. So this one, I'm sorry, this is this I also cannot accept. So between these two, I think this is the best lah. The third one that I've written. Yeah, because the structure is good. The overall structure is quite okay. Okay, where the top and the bottom are quite balanced. Although one is longer than the other, but the top is obviously like super heavy, but the bottom is not so heavy. The strokes are not so heavy, but it complements the top lah. Okay, as for this one, the top is slightly heavier than the bottom. Okay, but for this one, I think it's quite balanced. Okay, which is why I choose this one as my final product. Yeah, so for the last piece, 落款. 落款 is where you put your signature. Okay, where I put the signature on the writing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this while holding a camera. So hopefully this don't screw up. So this is my final product with my signature on. Okay, I rarely have my signature on stuff, but I like this one, so I put my signature on it. So this is my final product. Do let me know in the comments down below whether you like the previous ones or you like this one better. Yeah, so thank you for watching and see you next week with a new design.